All right, buddy. I have clicked the record button, and I get to say, "Yo, what up? How's it going, man?" Uwabami under life,
It's
huh?
going pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hit me with the elevator pitch. What's going on with this life Uwabami deck?
So basically this Uwabami deck. So I always thought Uwabami is an interesting character. I believe in set 1 and 2, she didn't really have enough to go with her to make her viable.
Especially
But
set one.
yeah, just because she wouldn't exist. But
Yeah.
no, but like so I really enjoy like focused attack on her because it is a 3 damage attack. So you get to play that card and pick it up whenever you really please.
Yeah.
And then also like Neck Gum Surprise is also just a nice card to have at times. Especially on defense.
Sure.
So I just think like Uwabami, she has a lot of cool things that kind of like with focus attack and neck and surprise, like especially with focus attack, you can really push someone really hard. If you can play 3 attacks, you can make it where they pretty much either have to eat that attack because they've either blocked all your attacks already, or they just kind of have to eat 2 attacks. So they know it's coming, and they just kind of go, okay, I got to take an attack or two and then block this focused attack that's coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she also makes it easier on herself with her enhance.
Oh
If you
yeah.
want to.
I think she wears this card exceptionally
Because it
well.
is stackable. So it's like you can stack it on 2 attacks beforehand and go -2 to this check actually.
Actually. So what do you need my help with? What are we doctoring?
Um, I would say one of the main things again. I purposely did it in a way, but I'm not sure if it's smart. So all my attacks are mid attacks
Yeah.
because to go with focus attack. So I don't know if that's really a smart thing to do because I'm trying to run focus attack. So I always want to have it active. So it's always kind of that's kind of scary to see.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess like kind of, I mean, maybe making the foundations, I guess, gel a little bit more with the attack lineups, and then maybe like it's pretty consistent when I've played it a couple times, but probably just the foundations and kind of make him gel with the attacks a little more.
Sure. I'm going through it. I'm just looking and see if there's anything from your sideboard, because I noticed you did put 1,000 cards in your sideboard.
Oh yeah, that was from just me making the deck. I was like, I'm just gonna leave this here.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes total sense. Yeah, I'm just going through and looking at a couple things, a couple options as well. We could do this one if we wanted to. I like this card in here. I think this card is worth. You don't have this card in your list, and that's crazy to me. This card is nuts. We're just looking. We're looking.
So
And then, okay. All right. So here's the problem. Here's your burden.
yep.
You're playing the life symbol. And so there's a million good cards, right?
Wait, no, I'm playing on Earth. I think.
No.
Am I stupid? Or no, life? Yes, you're right.
You're playing on life. It's good.
Right.
It's good. I think she is very viable into Earth, right? But Focus Punch just doesn't have that symbol, so we have to play into life. Anywho, let me ask you a couple more questions. What's this number look like? Currently, we're sitting at 66, which is a good, healthy number.
Yep.
You want this lower? You want this higher? What are you thinking?
I mean, if we can get it lower to make again the deck maybe a little bit more likely to see the cards I want to see, that's great.
Sure.
But I also know sometimes having a higher number means you can have a little more variation in your like strings or on your board.
Yeah.
Making it
Okay.
harder to predict. So
24 attacks in a 66 card deck is a little higher than what I normally prefer. I don't think it's a bad number. Normally, the higher I go, the closer towards that 1/3 I go. But I'm down to make this things a little bit lower, right? Like we can definitely cut some cards down. Obviously, not focus attack. And the ability to go and pick up cards with Uwabami is like really, really good. And so like that like does not feel bad at all. She's essentially a 7 hand size character, right?
Yeah.
But having things like naval laser beam, we just can cut this down to a 1 of and it'd be a surprise. I'm not positive. Besides the low block, we don't need reverse throw at all. We could just throw him out. It's not that big of a deal.
I agree.
Let's actually look at the block zones. What do we got? Reverse is just the only low. So maybe we don't need like piercing needle, right? right? Because we've got Future Charge and Back Alley Handmaker, and these cards are probably just better for our strategy than what Piercing Needle does anyways, right? If we wanted to like make the deck a little bit lower of a count, because like we easily could get this to like a 50 card deck and probably feel fine about it. Thoughts?
So I think that's good. You have to lower it a little bit and see what we can do.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the sideboard so it leaves the so it doesn't like fully leave the table. But 19 attacks, 50 cards means that you're just gonna find 1,000 moves. You're just gonna be swinging them. Especially with things like Back Alley Handmaker drawing cards and Future Charge drawing cards. So the next thing I want to talk about is just the foundations. You got a ton of 4-ofs, and let's talk about them. Constantly improving. How you feel about this card?
So the reason why I like this card personally on Uwabami is because of the fact, so it's commit 1 foundation attack, it's X speed, X equals your attack's printed speed.
Yeah.
So if I play that on focus attack, it's almost unblockable, it feels like.
Totally.
You just go, I'm gonna like since your third attack, it's getting +9 damage. And so it's gonna swing 12 for 12.
Yeah, that's huge.
And you just go, either you're committing out to, like, if you haven't committed any cards, you may be able to, like, if you're built super wide, you can block it, but if you're not, you're just not blocking this card. Like, you're just taking 12 to the face, and there's nothing you can do.
Sure.
So I like that. I think we dropped. I think it can't even drop to a lower number. Because it's a 3 diff, so it's kind of like if you pull multiple of them, you kind of just screwed with it. And also blocking with that card is really rough, I know.
Yeah.
The 4+4 high block. So I do think that could be dropped to like a 3.
I think
maybe
2's perfect.
2 of. Yeah.
I think 2's actually perfect. I love window shopping in this deck. I think it's rad. Battle Resolve. Can you sell me on this one?
So Battle Resolve is there. I wanted some 0 checks for Back Alley. So if I didn't draw with Back Alley, I could play them. Sure. And this also helps me with the speed. With some speed on attacks. I know some of the attacks lack sometimes in speed. So Battle Resolve allows me to speed. I'm going to drop to a 3 of because again I want to see it at times, but I don't need to see it all the time.
Okay. Wealthy Aspirations. Can you talk to me about this card?
This was for the low block.
This
card was for the low block. And with Piercing Needle, I could like unflip Piercing Needle and keep constantly burning it.
I realize I'm not sharing my screen. I'll share my screen real quick. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I was looking at the stream, so I was like,
okay. Don't have to talk about self-sacrifice. Don't gotta talk about bonds. New training method. I'm gonna kick this up to a 4. This card just deserves to be a 4 if the card's messed up. How about you target observant student preparing for battle? It can't be fixed. Okay, all of those are great. I don't love preparing for battle, but I get why it's here. So
it's also the breaker, which is big for this character having a breaker block.
First and foremost, I'm just gonna cut Wealthy Aspirations. I think this card's not good enough in your deck. It doesn't actually do anything that you want to do. Right, and it's okay for this number to be lower than the average, just because it can't be fixed, cannot be in the deck. Yeah, you're totally right.
Oh, you're right.
It can't be in the deck.
I think I put some things in here that can't be in here. Yeah. Oops.
That is okay. Hey, easy picks. I don't necessarily like preparing for battle. Just because of us being able to go and just pick up the thing that we want, I think committing a resource to go and redraw a card is going to make us lose because of like overcommitting to pay stuff, right? Because of things like focus attack this is a 7 difficulty move, right? I know you're cheating it because of Uwabami, but I mean it's a 7, and so like you need to like plan it out accordingly, right? If you check a 3 on this, you still have to commit a couple resources, and so like we just can't commit a bunch of stuff in order to make it happen. So I think just getting rid of this is just the right move as well. That's right. We're officially under, so now we get to start adding things. Okay. So as we take and we look at the options we have to add, I know chat is blowing up about note taking. I think that note taking is incredible. Your punch attack is +2 speed. It's also, it's a 1/5/2 low block. And I think that like if you are afraid of this number being low, we've got a punch, and so it's gonna find uses all over the place. Yeah. And then I'm a big fan of Good Impressions. It does the same thing that Uwabami does, and it says that you get to use Uwabami stuff, and it says that like the back alleys and the future charge and the reverse throw are also cheaper. And then you still get this one super cheap as well. And so you get to whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. I agree.
And so I think I'm going to put Good Impressions in at a 3 of and see what happens.
Okay.
I said good impression. First impression. I'm missing note taking. I'm so sorry. So that puts us up to 52 here.
Yep.
17, 17, 18. So let's talk about some of the options that you're leaving on the table. Okay. Obviously you put in all of these cards, right? You missed Face Shield. I think that card easily gets to be a sideboard card.
Yeah.
Evade and Copy, I think, is going to be one of the biggest sideboard pieces that exist because of shit like your deck. Your deck is just going to slam a bunch of speed on this crazy mid attack and just try and just tee off on me. And this card says, actually, no. I put it back, right? It's a different copy. It's a foundation version of Plus Ultra, right? Plus Ultra is like a good card. And so I think this card existing in sideboard matters.
Yep.
Gift from Mom, good tech piece if you are finding yourself hoarding momentum and not able to get rid of it with the only momentum pieces that you have of Back Alley and then Naval. Nothing else has momentum outs. Already talked about good impression, note taking, Passing the Torch. You're just not playing Passing the Torch. Commit, draw a card. And that's really good. You've replaced it essentially with window shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a once per game as opposed to once per turn.
Once per turn, true.
Yeah. So like if you're finding window shopping is like just not getting you there, just passing towards nuts. Encouraging training partner, incredible on defense, just nuts. Same thing with rescue completed. Someone with style lets you string out longer. Tight-lipped is probably a better zero diff than whatever Battle Resolve's got going on. I think flipping my own stuff in order to make attacks better is good. It's just good.
Okay.
And then lastly, that was it because we put Piercing Needle in the side. So now that I have put a bunch more stuff in your sideboard, is there anything that catches your fancy from the sideboard? Is there anything here that you're like, oh, I would like to include this, and then we can try and find room for it? Otherwise, I've cut your deck down to 52 cards, and I think you just run it, man.
I think maybe so, because one thing about Focus Attack that I tried if I haven't seen many Focus Attacks, I don't put it to my window. I put that in my discard, so I can just pick it up later.
Yeah.
So I like that one, but again, all my other cards I can put in my one, so not need to worry about it really. But like Night Gun Surprise is the only other 3 damage attack, so I think having in my deck the Gift from Mom, I think it was, that's not a bad idea. But like a 2 of maybe.
If it goes in, it's a 1 of.
1 of. Okay.
Because it's like it's not an amazing card, and we want to not bloat our deck with stuff. It essentially says that all your punches just have powerful 3, right?
Yeah.
They have powerful 3 one time, which is cool, right? Which is neat. But I think it's fine. I don't love this card, but like it has seen success in previous punch decks.
Yep.
Technically on a different symbol, but c'est la vie.
Yeah.
The last thing that I want to talk about is actually this Bonds of Friendship. What are the chances we cut this?
I mean, I'm down to cut it. The main reason why it's in there is for that 6 check, just so if I Focus Attack, if it's there, so I can pretty much not need to worry about Focus Attack if I happen to check it, obviously. But again, it's the odds.
You can't confirm it, and so I think it's not worth it. And you already have a 1 high block 5 check, and that's just good enough, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, and you've got 1 low blocks, 1 low blocks, and so I think your highs and low blocks are very, very good. The only thing that you're missing is check out the Battle Resolve for the tight-lipped, and you'd have all 3 zones covered with 1 high, 1 mid, 1 low.
I think we did that.
Okay. I personally think that is a better call. It also hits just harder. And committing 2 resources for +3 speed genuinely is not that great of an exchange rate. Yeah. This puts you to 51 cards with 19 attacks. We easily could cut 1 attack and you'd probably feel fine. Like cutting one of the reverse throws would work. And this is now a 50 card deck that is just trying to windmill slam people. Your block zones are a little off, but like you're just gonna see this so often. I think the biggest issue that you're gonna have, truthfully, is having enough resources in your discard pile when you go in to remove 9 cards sometimes, right? Like that's tough, right?
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to pick and choose kind of when you use the remove.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. Any final thoughts? I think this is a successful deck, Doctor. I think I might just steal this for strain.
You can.
I think this is like a good life Uwabami deck. I'm not sure much else I would change about it. Honestly, I would maybe make mine a little thicker, but I think like if the goal is just to just slam them, right?
Yep.
Then this is where we're at, you know?
So I played it yesterday and it felt really strong.
Yeah. If they don't have a game plan to deal with focus attack, like this card just kills them, right? And your character gets to play it for cheap. Your character plays it essentially on a 5.
It's on a 5, gets free. It gets on a 5 plus 2 more damage to it, so it's actually a 5 damage attack when it comes in.
Yeah, it's a 6 for 5 that gets an extra 9.
9, so it's a 6 for 14.
Yeah, and then like you picked up another one from Uwabami to slam it as their 4th card, right? Everybody has a plan for the first focus attack. It's the second one that she gets to confirm that like gets nuts, right?
I'd agree.
Yeah.
No, I think this is good.
I love it. I love it, man. Well, hey, I appreciate the support over on Patreon. I'm excited to see another deck next month.
Yeah. Thank you.
You have a good one.
Peace. You too.